it ain't no friend to me.
We're waging war on mediocrity. It is not a friend of me. It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, coming to you again on another edition of Motivational Monday, on a special Labor Day edition of Motivational Monday. I'm starting to see the eyes light up. Y'all let me know who's out there. For all my replayers, please, 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 please fast forward about 2 minutes as I am sharing this out to all my social media outlets. Thank you. All right, I see some eyes out there. Let me see who's the hungry. I always want to know where the hungry at. Where is the hungry? Y'all give me 1 second as I'm sharing this out. I see YouTube is starting to pop right now. What's up? What's going on out there, all my YouTubers? Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Facebook, I'm still waiting on my first person, I think, to say, oh, Periscope, man. Hey, Periscope, this is our third time, I think, going to Periscope. I see some Periscope eyes out there right now. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Give me about 30 more seconds as I share this out. Hey, what's up, Laura? Thank you for joining us. Hey, Tracy, the Reset Coach, thank you for joining us. Hey, what's up, Tanya? Thank you for joining us. Hey, y'all, tonight is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know, go ahead and let mama and them know that the motivational teacher to the masses, we're going to break bread tonight. Tonight, tonight, hey, what's up, Kenny? Bring the bread, my brother. You know I got to share it. Let me share it to my personal page, and then I'm going to be ready to kick this off. Let me share it to my personal page. Man, I'm so excited to see Periscope people tonight. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Hey, man, like I'm so excited tonight, man. Life is about growth. And on this Labor Day edition of Motivational Monday, we're going to talk about labor, but we're going to talk about it in only the way the motivational teacher to the masses can bring it. All right. So we're 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. All my replayers, let's break bread. So again, welcome everybody. Hey, Rajada, welcome everybody to another edition of Motivation Monday, this Labor Day edition. So I hope everybody was able to get them some good barbecue or spend time with family or do whatever you wanted to do to rest and relax this Labor Day. And today, I know you all probably had a good meal, but I'm about to bring that bread pudding tonight, Kenny. We're going to call this one bread pudding because whatever you ate, I'm about to pile on. You about to feel that overflow tonight. We're going to talk about that overflow to where you're to the full, till it's overflowing. What's up, Dexter? What's up, big bro? What's going on out there? So tonight, I want to talk about this phenomenon where this Labor Day edition. Labor Day is the day where we're supposed to sit aside and look at our work. And we sit there and we evaluate the progress that we've made from 1 year to the next, supposedly. That's what Labor Day is for. It's a day, it's a time to sit back, rest, relax, rejuvenate, to get ready to take on the next week. So I want to give you, and I had this conversation, another one of Awaken Your I Am. I think it's episode 45 of Awaken Your I Am. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting emails and inbox DMs about this Awaken Your I Am. I got a DM this week from a person that consistently listens to us on these Motivational Mondays, had an opportunity of a lifetime that came across their desk. And the funny thing that I'm seeing now is that we are not looking for a lot of this stuff. We're not going out seeking, oh, let me go do more, to be more. But now, hey, what's up, Tina? Now things are starting to be attracted to us out there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, if I'm you all, I want to listen to every one of these Awaken My I Am series, because I'm telling you right now, and the people that are consistent and constant, and people that believe that there's more on the inside of them, and that's showing up, that's replaying, I'm telling you right now, it's like the universe, time and space is being condensed. I had yesterday, time and space is being condensed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, see, you thought it was going to take you 15 years to get to where you want to be. I'm telling you, as you awaken your I am, time and space is condensed. What you thought was going to take you 15 years now will only take you 3. Why? Because now instead of me working myself, I got to go get this degree. I got to go get that degree. I got to go get that degree. I got to go get this truck. I got to go start this many businesses. So it's going to take me 15 years to get there. But I'm telling you, as you awaken your I am, time and space. See, I'm gonna break bread tonight. See, some of y'all, time and space is condensed. It's time for you to put your best foot forward and get out there and get moving. We have increased our capacity. Say that, Rajetta. It's time for you to put your card in the game. It's time for you to stop sitting on the sidelines, and it's time for you to wave yourself in. Coach, check me in. You've been sitting on the sideline doing your personal growth. You've been showing up listening to the Motivational Monday. You've been showing up listening to the motivational teacher to the masses. But now it's, hey, Coach, tag me in. Hey, Kenny and I, we were talking about wrestling Ric Flair. It's time for you to be the four horsemen. It's time for you. Hey, Lex Luthor, you got to let me in. It's time for you to get in the game. Whatever you thought you were preparing for, let's stop preparing and let's start getting in the game. Yeah, preparation meets opportunity. You have good success, but now it's time to be moving toward the opportunity. I'm breaking bread right now. What's up, Mike? I'm breaking bread out here. It's time to get in the game. See, tonight I want you to wire some new thoughts in your mind. I'm going to challenge you all to talk more in the thread than I have in the past because I want you to wire some new connections in your mind. I want you to start thinking more about yourself and thinking more about what you want to do. And every time you say, I am the motivational teacher to the masses, or every time I type, I am the motivational teacher to the masses, it doubles the connections of what we think in our mind to where it start hormones start firing more rapidly across our synapses with that thought and that new belief. So right now on this thread, holla at your boy. It's time to get in the game. Holla at your boy. Tell me who you are. I don't want to know your name. I want to know what your relationship is to this world. Hey, announce yourself. Boy, I'm about to announce yourself to this world. I am the motivational teacher to the masses. Who are you out there? Announce yourself to the world through this thread. And we're going to break some bread. We're going to transform some stuff tonight. Hey, Periscope, I see y'all out there. Talk to your boy. Who are you? Announce yourself to the world. See, you have to be able to clearly articulate in order to play in this game. Right now, it's the NBA playoffs in the bubble. Like if you ain't if you ain't prepared mentally, you can't play in the big moments. Come on, Tracy. I am the reset coach. See, I need some more of y'all to talk. See, right now, if you don't ever increase your value in your life, the world will never see the value that you bring. And see, most people talking about you big-headed. We ain't being big-headed, but we know the great I am works through our I am. So that's why I said announce yourself to the world. Who are you? Well, they said I was gonna barely be able to make it. They said I went, no. Who are you? There's so many of us that we're living lives that don't even belong to us. We're gonna be talking about later. So many of us doing work that's not even what we're supposed to be doing. Come on, Tina. I am an entrepreneur. I saw your post today on Labor Day, Tina. I was looking. I love it. Putting your work in. I am a child of the Most High. With him, all things are possible. I'm a champion in everything I put my foot in. Boy, I say that like some collard greens. Come on, announce yourself to the world. If you are afraid to call yourself that, why do you expect somebody else to invest in your value? You see, as you begin to, man, I'm so far off what I'm supposed to be doing. As you begin to figure out who you are, you will discover your labor. I am about to break bread on Awaken Your I Am on this Motivational Monday. I am Radiant Companies, business consulting and development. And some people right on here need some business consulting and some development. You got Radiant Companies right here on this thread. See, most of us, let me get into what I'm going to talk about tonight. I'm 9 minutes in, and I want you to announce yourself. Awaken your I am. You got to announce yourself to the world. You got to let the world know that you can't relate to me how you did in the past. Yeah, I used to be just Anthony. I used to be just Tracy. I used to be just Tina. I used to be just Kenny, but you done mess around, let me start figuring out my I am, and I am the entrepreneur. I am. See, you got to relate to the reset coach differently than you relate to Tracy. I'm about to break bread. See, the reason why Jesus couldn't do any miracles in his hometown because they knew him as the carpenter's son. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. They knew him as the carpenter's son. I'm telling you right now, boy, can I get into that? There's a you. Yeah, I'm gonna break bread. Let me break bread, boy. Hey, y'all holler at your boy out there. I'm about to give you some stuff tonight that that I'm gonna have to come back once or twice because it's some deep stuff. But once you grasp this concept, your life will never be the same again. Once you grasp this concept, your life will never be. See, some of us right now, we're stuck in between our humanity. Come on, Miguel. We're stuck in between our humanity and we're stuck in between our deity. Our deity is the part of me that looks like my dad. I'm made in his image and I'm made in his likeness. My deity is God's supernatural being considered divine or sacred. My deity. There's a part of me that's divine and sacred. There's a part of me that's made in the image and likeness of my dad. See, we're caught in between. Yeah, I'm going to bring it. You know it, dog. I'm coming right there. There's a part of us that's stuck in our deity, and there's a part of us that's stuck in our humanity. Our humanity is the fact or condition of being human, human nature. There's a part of us that's stuck between this dirt body. What's up, Kennard? There's a part of us stuck in this dirt body, and then there's a part of us that's confused about our deity. And wherever our mental faculties lie is what manifests the majority of the results in our life. See, right now, there's some of us stuck. It's Labor Day. Y'all know I'm coming, Kennard. You knew it. It's Labor Day. See, some of us right now are stuck in our labor and between our deity and between our humanity. Let me break bread. There's so many of us that are frustrated. There's so many of us that are disappointed. There's so many of us that don't want to go to that job that we're going to. There's so many of us just barely getting by because, and we're frustrated because we know that there's more to us. See, I just told you to announce yourself. If you didn't announce yourself, you're going to wish you had of by the end of this conversation because there's some of us stuck right now in between our deity, what God has called me to do, and this gifting that God has given me, and my humanity is my job that I go to every day. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. And my labor is confused. It's almost like when Jesus saw Peter, he said, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. See, at that moment, Peter was frustrated because he wasn't getting the manifestation he wanted out of his life because he didn't catch any fish that day. But at the same time, he was stuck in his deity in the fact that God knew exactly where Peter was supposed to be. And a lot of us are in that same way with our labor. Boy, I'm about to break bread. I guarantee y'all ain't heard this stuff nowhere else. You ain't heard this nowhere else. And in our labor, we're confused about where we're supposed to be. And so how does frustration and labor show up in our day-to-day lives? I looked at the stats. Only 26% of the workforce, according to a Gallup poll, feel engaged into what they do every day. They love what they do every day. Only 26% of people that if you go to your job, you go to your place of business, you go to the Walmart, you go to wherever you go to wherever you go, 26% of those people find or feel a profound connection to what they do. So what are you saying, motivational teacher, to the man? 74% of the people confused about what they're supposed to be doing. If you don't find a divine connection to what you do 8 hours a day, then you're stuck somewhere between your humanity and your deity. I'm about to break bread up in here. And your labor. See, most of us, we go to this job and we've gotten in our gut that work is wrong and we're going to a job and we can't wait to retire. Well, I got 5 more years before. If you're on the countdown on how much time you have before you retire, let me tell you, that's labor. And when you labor, you're working more in your humanity than you are your deity. I just broke bread. It's nothing for me to show up and do these motivational Mondays. I don't care. Let me say this first of all. I am the motivational teacher to the masses. I don't care if it's 1 eye, 18 eyes, 48 eyes, 98 eyes, 2,508 eyes. The number of eyes doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who's on this motivational Monday. I am working in my deity. And I'm not working in my humanity. I'm about to break bread. When I was selling insurance, I burned out. When I was selling insurance and I was going door to door and I was trying to find more clients, I burned out from selling insurance because selling insurance was labor. It was labor. I did it because I had to, come on, and it will make you miserable. I did it because I had to pay my bills, but it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. So it came back to me as labor and not as work because I was working out of my humanity and not working out of my deity. And once you begin to work out of your deity, it's the point when you say, for this cause have I come into this world. If you don't have a this in your life, come on, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to announce yourself. Come on now, announce yourself to the world. For what cause that you come? I came into this world to reset people. I love it. What cause that you come into this world? See, you ain't getting this on no. I know we all got favorite people we like to listen to. I guarantee you, you ain't getting this from no motivational speaker nowhere else. Guarantee you, because this came fresh off the press from my deity. Hey, what's up, Shamika? Thank you for joining us. I guarantee you, you ain't getting this all across the world because I'm setting you up for success tonight. We spend too much time in our humanity and not enough time in our deity. We spend too much time appealing to our humanity, talking about my flesh, how I feel, what hurts and what makes me and this and that and the other and how mean my boss is and how I don't have enough money at the end of the month. We are appealing to our humanity. When God said, I want you to live out your deity or your divinity. So when he made the comment, you are in this world, but you're not of this world. You are in this world in a human suit. But the problems and discouragement and what goes on in this world shouldn't go on in you because you are not of this. I'm going to break bread in here in a minute. Your deity should supersede your humanity. How can Jesus talk to the waves and the winds? Because he was working in his deity, although he was in his boy. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, that's some bread breaking right there. We got to start operating more out of our deity than we are our humanity. Your labor is Labor Day. I'm going to break bread today. Your labor should come from your deity and not your humanity. Hey, I heard someone ask this question. What would you do for free for the rest of your life? Yeah. What would you do for free for the rest of your life? That's probably your life's work. See, we like the world system, and because we've only known chickens to work out of their humanity. Yeah, Tina, I'm coming tonight. This is some good stuff. We've only known chickens to work out of their humanity. We have not known many eagles to work out of their deity. So our lives reflect that of chicken results when we got eagle reservoirs on the inside of us. Your labor, let me break bread right now. Let me break bread. Your labor should be a part of your gifting package for this cause you came into the earth. Let me break bread right here. When God created Adam, he put Adam in the garden and told Adam to till the garden. So work, and all of this was before sin, before the fall. All of this was before everything. So work in itself cannot be negative. Work, if he gave Adam a job, actually gave Adam work before he gave Adam Eve. Miles Monroe talks about that a lot. But he gave Adam work before he gave Adam Eve. See, right there, for some of you ladies right there, that ought to be bread breaking right now. You should not have a brother, or you should not have a man in your life that does not plan on working. Because even biblically, he gave Adam work before he gave Adam Eve. Right now, there's so many of you all out there because of where we are in life. You think all I can have is this. Don't you dare your standards down to entertain somebody that doesn't deserve your presence. I just broke bread. Don't you dare bring your standards down so that you can make us so some other people can feel good in your company. Good question, Miguel. How do you make that transition? I'm gonna get to that. And matter of fact, I'm in the process of transition. I'm gonna get to that. Good question, Miguel. So work in itself cannot be bad when you're working out of your deity. But when you're working through your humanity, it seems like that ground is so hard to till. It just seems like I can't get ahead. It just seems like I'm working so hard and my efforts are not, and I just can't get ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to exit stage left. You have to exit that hamster wheel that's going around, and you have to begin to take control of your own life. Yeah, we're talking about Labor Day. We're talking about Labor Day. See, right now, on this Labor Day, there's a part of you right now that you're questioning, like, what have I been doing the last 15 years on my job? Or why have I changed jobs 5 times in the last 5 years and I've not moved forward in any of those positions? Or I've been doing the same job for the last 20 years and I'm still in the, I haven't been promoted, I haven't been given a bonus, I haven't been given a gold watch, and I'm still just doing the same thing with the same results, understanding that I can never do the things that I want to do out my life. See, for some of you all right there, hey, you just asked me this, Miguel, how do I know I'm working in my humanity? And let me give you the balance right quick. Part of the balance is, it doesn't mean because I'm working in my humanity that you can't find your deity in your work today. I would subscribe, Miguel, that the harder you work in your humanity, the easier it is for you to transition to your deity. If you can't be trusted with that what's another man's, how can God ever truly trust us with the true riches? I'm breaking bread right now. That's a you problem. You better say that. I'm breaking bread right now. If you really want to be trusted with the true riches, you got to double down on what you have now. And I remember this, like if right now I'm working in my humanity and I'm trying to transition to working in my deity, I got to be willing to give all I can to this humanity to show that I'm worthy of being transitioned to my deity. When I was selling Primerica life insurance, I went to RVP, Regional Vice President, quicker than anybody else in Central South, in Alabama. I went to RVP in 11 months. Why? Because I was giving myself to what I was doing in my humanity. I didn't know no other way. I just go hard. That's what we got to do. And everything I do as unto God. I was working. I was grinding, giving myself to that, not understanding how it really accounted to me transitioning to working in my deity. That you can't tell me no right now. You can't listen, man. I am the motivational. I've been built. Come on, babe. I've been built to be able to stand here and go as hard with 2 eyes as I would with 2,200 eyes. Why, Anthony? Because when I was working in my humanity, come on, man, I ain't understand anything but to go hard and give all you have. And now that I transition to my deity, and see, once you get, boy, I gotta break bread. Once you transition to your deity, you will start having sweatless victory. You will start getting wins out of your life that you didn't know could be had so quickly. You will start making decisions and you will start maneuvering. You will start matriculating through the system as you was meant to be there. But it's going to cost you some years of putting the time in and figuring out, see, boy, let me break bread. My boy Paul said, when I want to do good, there's something on the inside of me that want to do bad. The things that I want to do, sometimes I don't do. So that 2 members warring in my body right now. And see, right now, for most of us, there are two members warring in our body. And I thought you was a motivational teacher. In order for me to get you to the place where you're you're ready to be in this world and attract everything that you're supposed to have because you're of this world, it's a different relationship, ladies and gentlemen. We're in this world, but we're going to attract everything that God has from us from of this world. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. That's a different relationship. So in your humanity, you have to be able to dominate in your humanity in order to transition to your deity. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm breaking bread. Before you can ever have the cross where you're being glorified, you got to go through Gethsemane in order to understand the price of that which you have to pay in order to get that, the true riches. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, there's a place out there where your effort is being multiplied because of your relationship in this world. That's some good stuff. I need to write this down and take notes myself. I guarantee you ain't getting this from nobody else on earth. I guarantee you can't turn to no other station and get this kind of bread breaking. If you have an ear, listen to what your boy is saying right here tonight. Listen, this what I'm saying right now. If you can grasp this concept, and I'm saying this with everything doggone, you can rewrite your history. You can rewrite everything they ever said about you. Generational curses will begin. You won't have to let generational curses go. Generational curses will let you go because it can't hold you because you're right now mentally, you're in another position. Things that used to make you upset, you won't get upset no more. People that you used to hate, you'll find yourself loving them because now you're beginning to operate out of your deity and not out of your humanity. Because God has been so good to me, I can't afford to hate my brother. Because God has been so good. Because things are now, I'm matriculating through there. Ain't gonna be some good times, gonna be some bad times. But even on my way on the bad times, I'm still moving up. That's because we've transitioned mentally from working to being. Man, I'm breaking bread right now. Even your labor, even your work should be a part of your being. For this cause have I come into this earth. Well, and sometimes you can't pretend like your humanity doesn't matter. I'm not saying your humanity doesn't matter. That's why I'm saying you got to always have self-care. You got to make sure you take time out for you. You got to make sure that you do some things you love. You got to make sure that your personal growth is at the top of your list. I got some people chiming into this conversation. Don't let the enemy be the author of your fate. That's God's job. Yes, sir. Don't let the enemy be the author of your faith. And then I'm gonna tell you like this too, Kenny. Don't let the past be the author of your faith either. Because most of us, man, let me tell you, this is just a quick example. Monday morning, I was walking out my back door in the garage. It's about 6 steps from my back door that walk down to my garage where I get in my house. So on Monday, I was walking out the back door. I was walking to my car, and my son's shoe was on like the first step. So I called myself, I was going to miss the first step, catch the second, going to be fine. I had socks on. So when my foot hit that second step, it slipped and I fell on my hip and fell down 5 steps. And I hit my elbow real hard, my hip was swollen. So it was a really nasty fall. And so now, after having that fall, now ever since I had that fall on Monday, I've grabbed that rail that's down beside my steps. Why? Because now I'm walking down the stairs out of my past fall. So I thought about that today, and now I'm holding that rail tight, and I'm clenching it to make sure that I don't fall again. And see, to me, that's prophetic to a lot of us in our life. We failed 1 or 2 times in our life, and now we're holding on to that rail to fall again. And sometimes until you let that rail go and begin to walk again by faith, me, I'm walking with the absence of my past in mind. See, some of y'all thought faith was just this big old thing I need to get caught. No, faith is walking in my future without the presence of my past being around. That is faith. That's Williams' definition of faith. And see, the challenge for most of us is that we're clenching those stairs so hard because of our previous missteps. Yeah, not mistakes, missteps. Because of our previous falls, that now we can't move from good to great, or we can't move from good to better because we're holding on too tightly to that past. And that's one example, natural example, but for a lot of us, that's prophetic of our life. When they told me I wasn't good enough, there was something about me. There was something on the inside. See, I'm about to break bread. See, the things that people say about you can't really affect you if there's nothing on the inside of you that connects you to that word. I'm about to break bread. Like if somebody, I don't know, whatever, if somebody gives you a number and says, you two, whatever, if there's nothing on the inside of you that pulls you, that attracts that thing, then you will not get upset. Like, or if somebody says, you don't really break bread. I'm not going to even converse with that person because I know I break bread. But if there's the root of poverty on the inside of me, then if somebody said, if I got a phone call and they said, hey, we're repossessing your car or you've lost your job, if there's a root of poverty on the inside of me, I automatically begin to fear about the things to come because that seed was already ignited in me and that phone call only watered that seed. I'm about to break bread. Just like training wheel, Miguel, you'll never learn to truly ride with them on. You better say that. Sometimes we got to take them brakes off. So a man doesn't know his own heart, but God is always revealing our hearts to us. If I walk into my job and somebody says something out of the way to me, and I go in, I just snap, blah, 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 you can't tell me, then that tells me that there's something on the inside of me that attracts me to this level of anger or whatever it is that causes that individual to act out. Depression, or anxiety, or lack of joy. All of those roots. I know we say that there's dopamine and neurotransmitters that lead to depression, that leads to anxiety, that leads, but that root of that is a thought. That a root of that is something that identifies with an individual. Maybe it was something somebody said as you were growing up. Maybe we call it genetic because I saw my mama with the same one. I saw my daddy with the same one. I saw my auntie with the same one. And we call it genetic, but it's actually a learned behavior. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm breaking bread up in here. It's a learned behavior because we believe and we've conceived and we've embraced the idea that I was created this way. Now I tend to believe that this is who I am. If I keep having thoughts and feelings about this is who I am, eventually that's what I will become. Thoughts are the manifestation of the mind, and their feelings are the manifestation of the body. Like if you keep having those thoughts and you keep feeding those emotions, eventually you will become that. If you said to yourself, I'll never be broke another day in my life, I'm rich, I got plenty more in store, eventually as you begin to create those thoughts and you create that emotion and you start getting images of what financial freedom brings you, eventually you will become rich. Eventually you will become all of those things that you can grasp the image that in your own mind and you can connect the synapses. Yeah, the principles. You're right, Miguel. That's what we're taught. That's what we're taught. And we believe that our first teachers, I love that word, Miguel, thank you. And we believe that our first teachers is who we truly are. But I'm telling you, you can't walk in your humanity. You got to walk in your deity. You got to walk in your deity. Since the time that doctor slapped you on your behind, this earth has only taught you how to walk in your humanity. It's only taught you that you got to feed you hungry, you drink milk. You don't get what you want, you cry. You don't get what you want, you whine, you complain. You don't get what you want, you throw a temper tantrum. Ever since that doctor slapped you on your behind, we've been conditioned to live out of our humanity. And being of this world, there's another level of living out of our deity that where eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what's laid up for you. And that's even in your labor. How do I transition? Right now, and this is why I am the motivational teacher to the masses. Right now, I work for a Fortune 100 company. I work for a Fortune 100 company as a people leader. And as a part of my business, I train, inspire, motivate, and coach as part of Williams Inspires. And for my secular job, I'm doing the same 4 core principles. So how do I transition? The transition is find a job that allows you to do your life's work. Find you a place that if my goal, if I believe that I'm supposed to be a chef, I need to go work at a restaurant that gives me an opportunity to learn more about being a chef. Or I need to go to a place that can teach me more about cooking. Or I need to go to a place that's going to inspire me, motivate me to do more of the things that I believe I've been put on earth to do. So you ask, how do I transition? Number one, you got to start making an announcement of who you are to this world. You're in, but not of. Too many of us talk like we're in this world, and we talk through our humanity. Right now, I'm broke. Right now, I don't have money. Right now, coronavirus is right around there. Right now, I got to go take my diabetes medicine. I got to go take my diabetes. Don't you ever claim diabetes is yours. You were never meant to have it. I got to go take my hypertension. Don't you ever claim hypertension. It was never yours. Don't you dare claim it. Every around this part of the month, I have a migraine headache. Don't you ever claim a migraine headache. It was never meant to be yours. You see, we're catering to our humanity. We're catering to our humanity. And if you cater to your humanity, you're going to get the results of your humanity. Like I don't ever plan on getting old. I plan on aging, but I don't plan on ever getting old. My joints, my synapses across my brain, my relationship with this body is gonna always be healthy. Why? Because I'm in, but not of. My deity controls how I see this world. It controls how I look at my problem. I did the same thing. I don't have to look at my problems. I don't have problems. I have solutions. The only problems that we have in our lives are attempts for God to give us new ideas and to birth something new on the inside of us by using this gigantic brain of ours to create new ideas. Just that quick, the motivational teacher to the masses had to catch himself. Never let a thought, thank you. Now, I'm telling you, I'm a player/coach. I ain't got this all together, but we're running together. We're learning. Hey, we're lifting as we climb. We're learning as we grow. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Speak life, live life. And not only speak life, speak up. What's up, Angelique? Don't only speak life, speak God's life for your life. Speak what God wants you to do. Say what God says about you. It said deity or God is a supernatural being considered divine or sacred. Do you see yourself as divine or sacred? Do you see yourself as just a little lower than Elohim? Do you see yourself as one who's worthy for the great I am who created the heavens and the earth to live and work through you? Come on, man. Do you see yourself as one? You are not just a filthy rag. You got to open up and start walking and living out of your deity. What's up, Ivy? Stay so fly well. Thank you for joining us tonight. Iron sharpen iron. Yes, sir, Miguel. It does. But you got to start seeing yourself worthy of one who can wear the crown. You got to start seeing yourself as worthy as one that can withstand the blessing. If you only see yourself through your humanity, you can never experience the true riches of God. I don't care how much you pray. I don't care how long you go 120. You know, these motivational teachers tell you to go 120 all your life. These spiritual leaders will tell you just pray and see it, call it, blab it and grab it. I don't care how hard or how much you do either one of those until you see yourself operating from the creative part of your brain, from the creative part of your heart, and not reacting to your humanity side. We can never eat the fruit of the land. We can never eat the fruit of the land. I remember when I was in a room the size of a closet with a box spring mattress and a mattress, and I had 4 suits in the closet, and I had my gym clothes in the back of my car. That was all I had at that time. I was living with a colleague of mine because I couldn't afford to keep paying rent. I had just had a foreclosure out of a divorce, and I was in a moment of my life where I said, man, this is about as bad as it can get. And in the midst of that moment, in the midst of all the chaos, in the midst of everything that was looking like it wasn't going right, I started making a conscious, deliberate decision that I am going to stop speaking where I am and start speaking where I want to be. And I'm looking at my life. That was in 2007, 8. And I'm looking at my life 12 years later. The things that I started speaking then, I am currently walking in now. It took me 3-4 years to get out of that situation. It took me 3-4 years to start connecting. Boy, come on, you got to listen to me. It took some time to learn how to be in this world, but be connected of this world. How do I create? How do I manifest from the spiritual world back to the natural world? See, most of us are so used to working out humanity, or what I want to say. We look for our reality. What I want to say. Oh, we look for matter to create matter. Boy, that's it right there. Thank you, God. We want matter to create more matter, but matter doesn't create matter. If you just add more effort to what you're doing now with a flawed mindset, you just get more of what you got now. You hear your boy on that? But it takes deity to change humanity, not the other way around. You can't work yourself. You can't work yourself into this life I'm talking about. It first starts with your level of belief. It first starts with your level of belief. The world has told you wrong for so long that if you just work yourself, that no, I need for you to wake up early in the morning. You heard that, all the motivational speakers. I need for you to work up early in the morning. I need you to wake up at 4 a.m. I need you to do this. I need you, and all that stuff. I ain't saying that stuff is wrong. I ain't saying none of it is wrong. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. I ain't saying any of that stuff is wrong. And we need to do all of that stuff. But even before we wake up at 4, we need to first go to bed with the right I am. We need to first set stage. We need to enter the stage in the morning, and we need to exit the stage every night in our deity and not our humanity. We need to exit stage about who we are through the God that lives through us, and then to the 4 a.m. And then we start adding, because man, as we begin to operate from an awakened I am, time and space is condensed. And now I'm starting to understand why a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day. Because when you're operating from your deity, time and space doesn't exist. I'm breaking bread right now. When you're operating from your deity, it's almost like, I know I'm going to get it. I just got to get through the process. Like, I'm not concerned about me not ever getting the masses. I'm more concerned about doing the process, being prepared for the masses. I'm piling it on right now. Kenny, you just said it. Yes, the reset coach, your level of belief and faith in what God has for you determines it all. Oh my goodness. I wish I could just cut my head open. Ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you, these waters that we're dealing in right now, this stuff is good for life changing. This stuff, I'm telling you right now, I ain't telling you something that I heard somebody else talk about. I'm not telling you something that I'm trying to regurgitate from another motivational speaker. I'm not telling you something that I'm trying to regurgitate from another pastor. I'm telling you what I know to be true from my own life. I'm telling you how a little dusty kid from Waverly, Alabama, a little dusty kid, my dad, I'm telling you how I could get to the point where I'm running a multi-million-dollar organization. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. And see trust me on this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to get off this thing, but I'm gonna break bread. I love the fact that a lot of you are doing it on your own. I'm doing it on my own too. I'm building Williams Inspires as I go. But as I build Williams Inspires, I'm still matriculating through a Fortune 100 companies, learning the lessons of success. I say success always leaves clues. I'm sitting here looking and watching the lives of people that are able to grow themselves into whatever they choose to be. And I'm taking notes, whether it's resume building, whether it's learning how to speak the language of where you want to be and from where you are to where you want to be. And see, the challenge for most of us is that we want to change our personal reality without changing our personality. I'm coming, Phaedra. You cannot change your personal reality without changing your personality. As I matriculated up this company, I'm learning more about the people that are at the top. You see, what's the dude who wrote Think and Grow Rich? Not Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. He was able to sit down at the time with the top 500 CEOs and write the thoughts down of what those people have. He was able to write those thoughts down. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something to be said about having mentors, having coaches, and being around other people that are doing it at a higher level. And in his book, he talked about a mastermind group, being around people that can help you, help your synapses, or help train your mind to think bigger than on the level that we're on. I'm breaking bread. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Denise. I'm breaking bread. Love when you're on the air, my brother. Thank you, Denise. I love y'all being out there willing to sit down and spend some time. I told y'all, I ain't gonna ever waste your time. If I don't have anything to talk about, I just won't even come on. I just say sorry right now. There ain't no water today. We're in a dry spot. But the motivational teacher to the masses is gonna bring this fire. It's gonna bring this bread every night. I just stay fly. I am seeing myself as God see me. I don't want to wait for man to prove. Hey, boy, come on, man. You just said that. I don't need no. Listen, oh my goodness. I can't go into a whole nother discourse. But I either stay fly, you about to take me somewhere. See that there's so many of us. Y'all, give me 2 minutes. No, give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. There's so many of us that's looking for validation from my spouse. We're looking for validation from our bosses. We're looking for validation from our mom, or our dad, or family members, or our siblings. We're looking for a satisfaction from them, and we're looking for them to validate what we have. But just remember, and this is again, I'm going back to your deity and kingdom principles. If you want to be praised before men, you're gonna get your reward before men. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're seeking to be validated by men, man, you're already behind the 8 ball. You plus God is the majority. You only need the approval of your awakened I am and the great I am that's awakening you. You don't need the approval. You don't have to wait till your boss says good job to know you're doing a good job. You don't have to wait until your mom says, oh my goodness, you just the child I always wanted, to know that you're where you're supposed to be. You only need the approval. Yeah. You only need the approval of your awakened I am and the I am. My man John the Baptist was out there in the wild out there in the woods eating wild locusts and honey, proclaiming. Why? Because he understood that what I have was so good that even the temple people can't understand it. So if I got to go out here and talk to the trees, when it's my time, listen to your boy. When it's my time, when it's my time, listen to your boy. I know right now they saying you out there and what you doing don't look like you doing what you're supposed to be doing. You out there and it ain't working for you right now. But when it's your time, Trust me, Jesus will find you in order to validate him. Boy, I just broke bread. Everybody think you ought to be doing it this way. No, you stay right out there and talking to the birds. You stay right out there with the wild honey and the locusts. But when it's your time, when it's your time, Jesus will find you to approve himself. Man, he that has an ear, let him take that right there. You don't worry about nobody but God. Say that, Tina. Say that. When it's your time, it's your turn. That's why it's so important that John the Baptist would have missed Jesus if he had been listening to the Pharisees or the Sadducees. He would have missed him because they would have tried to have him in the temple. But because he operated outside of the system in his deity and not in his humanity, he was right where he was supposed to be in the moment he was supposed to be there. And I'm telling you right there was no greater man born to a woman than John the Baptist. I just broke bread. Right there. I just broke bread. God, who validate who? Validate the masses. Boy, you took me in a whole different direction. I don't need eyes to validate that I am the motivational teacher to the masses. I don't need to sell 1,000 books for me to believe that I'm gonna have a New York Times bestseller. I don't have to have the stuff on the outside because my deity is already drawing it to me on the inside. It's just a matter of time and space, which is being condensed because I'm operating in my deity and not in my humanity. Boy, I'm breaking. Boy, let me get off this. Boy, this stuff right here is so good right now. Wisdom and knowledge is powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, I could really keep going because this stuff is coming fresh off the press. And I can promise you that hang in here with your boy. If you hang in here with your boy, see, it's too many people. Like I am the motivation team. It's too many people that want to come on for 5 and 7 minutes, listen and go. This ain't that kind of show. This ain't this kind of show. Because these words that are coming out of my mouth are living. These words are life. I'm telling you, and upon those that have ears, I am getting the DMs of people that are getting unrelentless. I'm telling you some of the stories that I'm hearing from people that are sitting here saying, man, I just did this right here. I'm just starting to see myself as sitting in that seat. I'm starting to have thoughts about, if I had my boss's job, what kind of decisions would I make? What would I do differently? And I had somebody tell me that today. And as they are having those thoughts, they are actually becoming. They're changing their personality to change their personal reality as they begin to have those thoughts about who they are and what they can accomplish. And it's the same thing for you, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't no hang in here 5-7 minutes and move on to the next show. This ain't something where I'm going to come once a month if you expect to get massive results. This is stuff you got to practice daily. This is stuff you got to commit to. I'm telling you, like I know, 5 years will pass. 5 years will pass. Will you see yourself sitting in the same seat 5 years from now? Or will you begin to change your personality, to change your personal reality? Will you continue to live out of your humanity, or you would choose to walk in your deity? It's all in that, ladies and gentlemen. I can promise you, God is not withholding any good thing from those he loves. Those he loves, he chastises. It's going to hurt sometime on your way up. It's going to look like this. It's going to look like but all the whole time you're going up. You got to change your personality to change your personal reality. You got to grow into the person that you want to become. Yeah, I want to make you fishers of men. I'm breaking bread. I want to make you fishers of men, but you got to change your personality to be able to be fishers of men. I want you to have that business, but you got to change your personality to be able to deal in the world, but not be of it. Until we prove ourselves in that department, ladies and gentlemen, we're disqualified from the true riches. Because any manifestation that comes to us, we're only going to distort it. And that's the problem. That's the problem with success. Success amplifies who you are. If you are a terrible person before success, you're going to be even worse after success. And God always builds the character of a man in his deity. before he gives it to you in your humanity. I am the motivator to the masses. As a result of my teaching, training, coaching, I help individuals manifest their capital upon this earth. When you were born, God had a promise. He had an idea. He had something that you were supposed to do upon this earth. And I can guarantee you, it doesn't feel like labor. It's your life's work. And your boy is here to help you find that sweet spot. Man, thank y'all for chiming in here. You got to listen to the spirit and not your flesh. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, that's your deity. We gotta tune in to our deity and tune out our humanity a little bit. I ain't saying you got to be totally absent, because you need to be able to know how your body feeling, and when you need to make changes to your schedule to accommodate your body. But we gotta live more out of our deity than we do our humanity. This is your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses. You all have been awesome tonight. Thank y'all. I got YouTube on here. Thank you, YouTube was on fire tonight. Facebook was on fire tonight. I saw my first couple of Periscope people chiming in tonight. Thank you all so much for joining in. And I would never take your time for granted. If you joining on my Motivational Mondays, or you seeing me any other time on here, I'm bringing bread good for life. I'm not just over here just rambling. I'm not just rambling. I'm giving you something to feed you, to get you to the next phase in life. So, and until next time, I am challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. I'm out. Y'all have been amazing. Thank y'all so much.